Hey everyone, it's Ryan here. So this is game week 8 of the Premier League. Just going over a quick review of it. So to start off with, on Friday we had Burnley versus Brighton. It was a 0-0 draw, so not really much to talk about there. Southampton versus Newcastle. Southampton won 2-0. Che Adams and Stuart Armstrong, I believe, got the goals for them. And an interesting fact for you, after that result, Southampton actually went on the top of the table, which was they're the 29th club to do so, and obviously it's like the first time in their history that they were top of the table for a time. Saturday, Everton versus Man United. Man U end up winning 3-1. Calvert-Lewin managed to get a goal for me late on, luckily. But I feel like maybe whatever that run that Everton were having at the beginning is probably gone now, because I think they've lost 3 on the go now. Or I think they drew with Liverpool, and then I know they lost to Southampton, and they've lost to Man U here, so they're slipping down the table. I don't even think they're top 4 anymore. Crystal Palace versus Leeds. Crystal Palace won 4-1. I believe Etsa, or Etse, however you say his name, he's very promising for Crystal Palace. He had a good, there's the first 2 matches he did really well, and I think he scored a free kick here. So there's a lot of potential for him. Chelsea versus Sheffield United, also 4-1. I know it wasn't a clean sheet, but Chelsea look to finally fix their defensive issues that they've had. Thiago Silva's definitely warmed up now, because obviously he had that mistake against West Brom. But they seem to be doing a bit better now. Chilwell's doing well for himself in left back as well. I think he scored another goal, probably got an assist as well. Werner's definitely on form. Ziyech, ever since Ziyech has started, he's been doing very well for them. Maybe he's one of the main reasons as well. Havertz, I feel, unfortunately, might not be the one they were after. There's still time to see how he does, but for now, it looks like Ziyech and Werner have definitely adapted a lot quicker than Havertz has. But I'm sure Havertz will get there eventually. West Ham versus Fulham. It was just 1-0 to West Ham. Can't remember who got the goal. But the biggest talking point about that, and probably the weekend, is Fulham get a penalty in the last minute. And instead of Mitrovic taking it, who you would think as a striker and the main penalty taker would take it, Lookman decides to take it, who actually scored a really good goal, I believe, a week or 2 ago for Fulham. So it's the 98th minute, literally 90 plus 8 minutes had it on. They're 1-0 down, and he decides to do a Panenka, which is essentially just a little chip. And it's terrible, and Fabianski stops it, and yeah, that's full time. They lose 1-0. It's what? A, you're playing for Fulham, so why the hell are you doing that? B, you're losing 1-0, so again, why the hell are you doing that? If anything, go for goal, and also to Mitrovic, why aren't you taking the penalty? I watched this video about it. It's the last time Mitrovic let someone else take a penalty was Camera, and he then missed the penalty as well. So I don't get why the main striker is not taking the penalties, who's got a good record of penalties, especially when they're 1-0 down. There's probably a reason why Fulham are essentially close to the bottom of the table, and probably going down if stuff like that keeps happening. It was just a stupid move. It's going to be one of those things now where no matter how good he does the rest of the season, that's what everyone's going to pick on him for, is you decide to do that when you're 1-0 down. I'll get it if you were 1-0 up, but you were 1-0 down. On to Sunday, West Brom versus Tottenham. Tottenham win 1-0 with Harry Kane getting a goal in the last minutes. It's hard to tell with Tottenham now, because obviously they went from beating Man U 6-1 to losing a 3-goal lead in the last 15 minutes or so to West Ham, to just barely surviving West Brom. Leicester versus Wolves. Leicester win 1-0 just with a Vardy penalty. Vardy also had a penalty saved. But yeah, Leicester, I think, went top of the table. I can't remember if they're still top of the table. I'll get to that at the end. Man City versus Liverpool is only 1-1. I believe Salah got another penalty. There's a lot of penalties going. Obviously, there's no the joke Fernandes gets penalties all the time, but Vardy's had a handful and Salah's had a handful now. They're probably on the same amount. Like a majority of their goals have come from penalties. Like this season is what I mean by that. De Bruyne missed a penalty as well. There's been a lot of like controversy with some of the penalties that have been awarded because the hands are in a way where it's like they're blocking, but it's like the hands just out, so it's like out there, and obviously it's like to them it's like a unnatural position, but it's like they don't have the time to go from there to then swing their arm back. But I think if their arm was back and hit him on the back of the hand, then that's not their fault because they're just jumping. But I think because the hand was out and it hits it, that's why it's given. But a lot of players and people are complaining. There was a big, I think, in the Leeds game, which I didn't mention, when I think it was 1-1 at one point, or it was 1-0 to Crystal Palace. They had a goal disallowed because Bamford put his arm out, like saying like pass the ball there, and that was classed as offside. Whereas we thought that they'd got over the rule that it has to be with a part of the body you can score from. Like his feet were clearly behind the line; it was just his arm that wasn't, and for some reason they ruled it as offside. So obviously VAR's all messed up again. Just when we thought it was getting better, it's not, because there's always some other stupid rule that's not working properly, and unfortunately it's going to be a while before it can be fixed. And then finally, Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Aston Villa go on to win 3-0. Watkins scores twice. I think Barkley got the other one. I'll just have a quick look. Oh no, it was a Saka own goal actually. Watkins scored twice for him, so Watkins has actually got a good handful of goals for Aston Villa. Aston Villa, I believe, are possibly second. I'm just going to look at the table now. So, as it stands... Oh, sorry, they're not even close. I think they were second at one point. I can't remember when, though. So, top of the table is Leicester with 18 points. 8 games, 6 wins, 2 losses, with a goal difference of 9. Tottenham is second, with Liverpool third. They're both on 17 points. Differences, Tottenham have a goal difference of 10, whereas Liverpool have a goal difference of 2. Southampton are fourth with 16 points. Chelsea are fifth with 15. Aston Villa also have 15, but they're a goal behind on goal difference. Everton are now 7th with 13 points. Crystal Palace have also got 13, and Wolves have got 13 to 8th and 9th. Man City and Arsenal are 10th and 11th with 12. West Ham and Newcastle are 12th and 13th with 11. Man U have gone up one position with 10. Leeds United also have 10. Brighton have 6 in 16th. Fulham are 17th with 4. West Brom are 18th with 3. Burnley are 19th with 2. And Sheffield United are rock bottom with just 1. Again, it's not a good look for Sheffield United and Burnley. Well, Burnley still got an extra game, but the fact they've played this many games and they haven't got a single win already might be the writing on the wall. Might be early to say that, but you never know, especially with how they're playing. But that's pretty much my quick review of Game Week 8 of the Premier League. I hope you enjoyed this video. I believe there's an international break now, so it won't be back until next weekend, not the one coming up, the one after. I think it's it's international qualifiers or something like that. Which, like, with the current pandemic going on, I don't get why international football is still a thing. I think if you're trying to prevent the virus from spreading, maybe don't fly people over from different countries into this country, and then if they end up catching it and then taking it back to the other country, that's sort of how the problem started. But football, money, all that stuff. Thank you for watching this video, and to leave it on a weird note like that. But anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I'll be back in 2 weeks for Game Week 9. Maybe after the international break, some other things could happen. Like the whole Everton magic started to fade after the international break, so maybe someone else's magic will start to fade. Maybe someone will start revitalizing themselves. Like, who knows? Maybe some teams at the bottom could actually start winning again, but we'll see. Again, thank you for watching this video, and I shall hopefully see you in the next one. Right, bye.